Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. Welcome back to testing the new Pantheon. There may have been one video uploaded so far with him where we played against a Malphite. It was a little bit boring. Since then, I played one game of jungle. That was more boring. And we're playing him back in top lane and we're going to change the playstyle. Also, someone told me, what's this base on this guy? Oh my god, he just Fusrodad. Oh! Oh my god! Hold up, why isn't he like that all the time? Holy, that was cool. What? This is just a 1350 skin. This isn't even legendary. The ultimate's better. Oh my god, I can't wait. But yeah, we're going to change the playstyle. So, my last two games of Pantheon. The first game, again, we had over 20 assists, which we had an okay game. Just we couldn't get any kills in the early game. Jungle was even worse. I literally felt like I did no damage. And that's kind of been the theme. My last two games, even though you're building full damage, this champion does very little damage. So my theory is he doesn't do any damage unless you get strong in the early game, which sounds familiar. Yes, that kind of just sounds like the other Pantheon that I thought they were going to try and get away from, but I don't think they have. Unless the scalings are just bad at the moment. Maybe. But yeah. Wouldn't Longsword help him? Maybe, but I've got the Warp Tonic synergy, which I like. So we're against a Riven. So the one thing, again, fully transparent on the PB. Remember, there's different ratings in the game. So take these games with a pinch of salt and take all YouTubers' games with a pinch of salt when it comes to new champion testing. Because a lot of the time, it's a diamond person versus a bronze, for example. And obviously, that isn't going to be great for testing game balance. The lag. That still bothers me, but again, it's not Pantheon's fault for the lag of the PBE. She knew. She knew. If she didn't flash there, she was dead. So, that's good for me. Okay, Ignite might be the way, ladies and gentlemen. I actually felt useful. I actually felt useful. That's the first time I've actually felt like really useful since I've played this champion. Which I think is saying something. I think it's just old Pantheon just put in a new kit. No! I was so hoping they were going to get away from that, man. I don't think they have. Oh, that's an Aatrox. Ooh! Oh, God, I missed. I thought he'd move. He didn't move. Oh, I missed my cue! Okay, the pony's clearing up. Okay, cool. So, yeah. I legit think he might be early game still. Why, Riot? Why? Like, do I just go lethality then? Sure. Boom. We're going in. Man, I really hope that they'd actually make him into like a mid-game bruiser or something, but I just think he's early game again. You run Ignite, you hope for the early game goes well, and then you can snowball from that. I actually, if that is the truth, and they don't change his scalings, I will actually say I'm a bit disappointed. But whatever. Because these champions aren't very useful in high rating. Because everybody... If you're, say, playing Darius and you're against a early game thing with Ignite like Pantheon, you just play passive. Because a good player will be like, I know I outscale you, so why would I risk the early game? So, yeah, I'm hoping that they just kind of go, oopsies, we had the scalings, kind of like old Pantheon. Right, we'll turn them to new Pantheon now. That's what I'm hoping. But don't hold your breath. Like, again, I like his new kit. Huzzy Cannon. I like his new kit quite a lot. I like it a lot more than the old one, but it's just the scalings that are just off to me. Again, the Q with... I don't actually get the execute there, by the way. I only get the execute on the Q if I hold it. So that wasn't an executed Q, that was empowered Q, which is bonus damage. So yeah. Okay. So I can definitely outfight a Riven, at least, you know, again, remember, PvE, I don't know what rating this Riven is, so I can outfight this Riven. The thing is, though, what I'll be very interested to see is what happens in mid to late game. Do I get outscaled? And I'm going to be fairly honest, yes, I probably do. That is so cool. Okay, so far the Dragon Slayer skin has won the battle of the new skin updates. I legitimately just want to ult to see... So again, very reminiscent of Pantheon. Win the early game, hit level 6, base, and then look for an ultimate. That's it's legitimately what old Pantheon did as well. Oh my god. It's the same! It's the same! Riot, why did you make the same champion? I know there's going to be some people out there that are happy it's the same champion. I don't know why he'd fight me like that. But yes, there are going to be people out there that like are really happy that he's basically the same. I'm not! He's the same, but... like, what? Why would you just make the same thing? You just go ignite in top lane, win your top lane, and then roam. With early game pressure that you fall off completely. Man, I'll be honest, I'm slightly disappointed. I can't hide it. I am slightly disappointed. I really wish that Pantheon wasn't just that one-trick playstyle. Yeah, like, again, for people like Jeebus is saying in chat, he's a modernized version of what he used to be. For a lot of people, that would be like, yes, that's what I wanted from a rework. If that's the case, that is fine. That's what you wanted. Again, as an actual technical rework, I guess that makes sense. I was more hoping for a different playstyle direction. I was hoping for they're going to move him away from that, but they haven't. So yeah, I don't know. Again, I didn't really like the old Pantheon, so I love this kit, though. I can't diss the kit. It feels great. The only issue for me is his scaling. So yeah. But yeah. So again, maybe this is why, like Twitch said earlier, this is why Pantheon mains have taken this rework really well compared to other champion reworks. Because it's basically just the same champion, but with a better kit. You know, if they did come out here and go, hey, this is the new Pantheon, and he is... you know, mid to late game, then sure. But yeah, I comparing this game to the last two, this is how you play him. And again, this is obviously of me playing him 3 times, so obviously I could be wrong. It's not a large amount of games. But judging off these 3 games, let's face it, in the first game, I had over 20 assists and 2 kills. And in the second jungle game, it was basically the same story. Like, very little damage, couldn't really do much. Couldn't even, like, kill the enemy support, really. So, yeah, this one is a lot... I've got a bigger impact, obviously, which is what I kind of need. But yeah, interesting. Again, I does think that he's going to be practically useless in high rating, still. His current Pantheon is useless in high rating. Like I said earlier, you just know to... back away and don't let his lead snowball, and then everybody on the map when he's gone missing at level 6, hey, watch out bot lane, because that's most of the time where he's going. And Pantheon kind of poop. And he's a one-trick champion at the moment too. Like, the only people that play current Pantheon are one-tricks. When Conqueror procs though, by the way, his damage isn't bad. You're relying on teammates being aware, though. Yeah, true. This is true. But in theory, in high rating, he kind of sucks. Alright, so I'm not going to roam bot lane because I think their bot lane just went back. Let's see, I don't know, let's see how it's ulting back to top lane and see if we can get a kill that way. The range of it seems bigger, question mark? So it pings automatically. Oh my god, that's so cool. Oh, she killed me. Nice play. I should have flashed. Very nice. Uh-oh. If I flashed her Riven ult, then I would have lived then, but I was just a bit lazy. Yeah, the ultimate still feels very slow. Again, it's better than the old one, but it's still incredibly slow, and you're probably never gonna hit it in a realistic situation, because yeah. And the crazy thing with the Pantheon ultimate is the same as the old one. It's not like people even have to use a movement ability to get out of it. They can just walk out of it. It's that slow. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Dragon Legacies, thanks so much, dude. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let's not do stupid dives like that again, shall we? Because again, if he's reminiscent of old Pantheon, losing to a Riven in a 1v1 now is bad news bears, because she'll outscale me. Yeah, I think it is it's a zoning kind of tool, which is, again, reminiscent of old Pantheon as well. But this one is just more useful, because it's, again, the only situation that I see it being really good is, let's say you're having a fight here, and the fight is happening the whole stretch here, then it might be useful. For sure. It will be useful in situations where people physically cannot get away. If your team has CC... Oh. Oh, wow, he got him. And I tanked for him, I guess. I'm Pantheon, and I'm helping. Huzzy cannon. Riot skin department's killing it lately. Riot skin department is the best department in Riot. Their art department, if you will. They kill it all the time. Bum 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 bum. So again, what is interesting to me now is, have I been outscaled now? Because it kind of feels like it. Again, blocked all of that, which is really nice. But yeah, it kind of feels like I've already been outscaled, which, again, it does feel bad, man. Because it's just the same. It's just the same as the old Pantheon. That does no damage. Alright. I think you need a poke beforehand. Yeah. Again, but it's less reliable poke, obviously, because now it's a skill shot. But it does go through minions, which is nice. Imagine if it didn't go through minions. Holy moly. Alright. I'm on my way. Does the E have armor shred? No. I don't think so. Nope. I don't think he has armor shred anymore.
Heavier than my spear, is the weight of only one life.
Okay, well, it kind of worked. So again, it's the same playstyle. It's the same. Try and win top lane with Ignite early. Try get ahead, get yourself more items than the enemy team has, and then when you hit level 6, roam. Same playstyle. Which again, a lot of people might like that. This is if you want to use the word rework, and like you're using it as kind of like remastered, you know, kind of like HD version, I think this is the biggest ever example of a champion that's being reworked, but keeping to its original design. That's not what I meant. Damn. So yeah, again, either a lot of you will love that, or if you're like me, you were hoping that they were at least going to change that aspect, which they didn't. So yeah. What about Nunu? Nunu is also like that, I guess. Yeah, true. So Nunu and Pantheon probably are doing that the same. The next reworks are Volibear and Fiddlesticks. I don't know if they're releasing them at the same time, but those are next. And those are the ones that were obviously voted. From my knowledge, again, if memory everything, Volibear actually won the overall vote. but because China actually had Fiddlesticks to win or something, obviously Tencent owns Riot, and Tencent would have said, hey, the Chinese population want Fiddlesticks, so you do both. So, yeah. Damn. Ooh, does that not block the true damage? It might not, because again, true damage. Interesting. Also, Jerdy's left. Oh dear. I will say, the weird thing with Twitch subscriber games, the percentage of when people quit these games is incredibly high compared to normal League of Legends games. It's really weird. I don't know if it's something to do with the PBE or anything, but it is quite weird. But yeah, I was not expecting a Vel'Koz or a random Steve just to be sitting and chilling around the corner. He's just like, yo, what's up? Bang. Am I gonna well, I'll revisit any new rework. I like reworks. Again, I've already said I don't want any new champions in League. Give me like a year. Give me like a year of only reworks and I'll be quite happy. I think League has too many champions as it is. Fiddlesticks was my first ever champion I played, yeah. And I mained him mainly in Season 1 when I was learning the game. The reason why I don't play Fiddlesticks anymore is because he has way too much of a one-dimensional playstyle for me. So, yeah. What happened then? I actually have no idea what just happened. Did he cancel that himself? I do, again, in that video that they were like, here's like the ideas I had. You know the idea that they said that, you know, he'd throw his spear and then he'd have to like use a sword for a little while? I really wish they went for that playstyle, man. That sounds so cool. Again, takes me a million years to ult in, so they can just walk away. That needs to be quicker! For that to actually be useful, that needs to be quicker. Oh. So slow. Oh. She can probably get away. Oh. What's our team fight like? Again, I don't block for everybody, do I? Or do I? I might. No. Oh my god, that Riven ult. I have completely gotten outscaled now. Riven is just way more useful than a Pantheon. Holy moly. It's the same. Again, I'm not a massive fan of this now. I was so hyped for this rework, so Pantheon will definitely not be in my champion pool. Because I do not really rate a champion like Pantheon very much. Oh well. Because like Renekton has the early game aspect to him, but it's still incredibly useful later. Pantheon isn't. And it's just the same as the old one. But this one actually might do less damage than the old one. Because he has this ability. So they give him this ability but take damage off. Man. Oh, wait. You have to buff his damage? Yeah, it's scaling. So they've just gone with what he used to be, early game scaling that drops off completely. In order to buff his damage, they need to take away some early strength and put it on mid to late game. Which I kind of think that they should do. But then again, that goes away from the old Pantheon's that's not old Pantheon. And it seems that they want to make this just old Pantheon updated, so I don't see them doing that. He 100% needs true damage. He doesn't. Certainly T didn't design this champion. Thank God he's not on champions anymore though, huh? We've been saved. Would I be willing to try full tank Pantheon? Maybe, but that sounds incredibly boring.
If they bleed, I will call them sister or brother.
I don't even know. Do I beat this Aatrox? Maybe with Ignite I would, but I don't have Ignite. Oof. Don't know if that's going well. Oh, they might be. And I'm too slow to get involved. I don't do any damage anymore. Oh well. So yeah, if I upload this video, this is him. You do a lot. I'm disappointed, man. It's the same. You do damage from level 1 to 5 and then you don't do anything. You get outscaled by everything in the game. He's no different than old Pantheon. Again, I was hopeful for his rework because this type of playstyle is complete. It sucks in League. Anymore. This type of playstyle was what like seasons 1 to 3 was. That's why Pantheon was good back then, and that's why you haven't seen Pantheon do anything for the past 5 years. So I was like, oh, they're gonna modernize him and bring him to modern day. No. No, they're not. Oh, I am disappointed, man. I'm sorry. Again, I'm never going to hide my feelings. I don't want to, like, diss the designer, but I think Riot mucked up in this design. This was their opportunity to get away from the poop playstyle that gets outscaled, and they didn't do it. So, yeah. Oh, well. It's worth showing, because, yeah. And again, this might be a slightly different video that you'll get from other YouTubers. Because, you know, we've got a mixture of ratings in this game. But yeah, to an enemy team that are like are pretty decently strong, I don't do anything against them. And again, we won our lane in the early. Riven is now beating me, so oh well. And some say here's to fixing the numbers, but they might not be wanting to. There's to the designer, there probably isn't a fix because this is the old playstyle of Pantheon. It's the early game playstyle. It's the same as old Pantheon, so to them and Pantheon players, there isn't a fix because this is Pantheon. But what I'm disappointed in is, as I mentioned, this is where I thought they were going to go, hey, we can take away the kind of one-trick playstyle of only being strong in the first 5 levels, and then if you don't snowball by then, you've lost. It's just the same playstyle as that. So again, there might be no fix because that's what they wanted, unfortunately. Which for me, I'm disappointed, but other people, they might be happy. So, yeah. Because, like, I legitimately right now, the only person I think I can kill on the enemy team is Nami. And maybe. I don't know if I do enough damage to kill her by the time she might be able to just get away. So... yeah. Yeah, with her own healing and redemption and stuff, I think she'll just be able to walk away from me and not really care what I do. Don't do any damage, man. Riven basically hit me with nothing. And she nearly out-damaged me. Oh, man. No, I definitely can't kill this Lucian. No way. Way too fed. Ew. That does nothing. I legitimately did nothing! Oh, I'm so disappointed with this rework. Myself. Oh, Russ. Again, as for his kit, it's one of my favourite reworks, but for the actual rework, it's probably my least favourite rework ever. It's just the same as the old one, and I dislike the old one, so I would definitely not like this one. Damn, that feels bad, man. I had high hopes, but they're all gone. Oh well. He's just another useless early game champ that he was before. Oh well. Oh well. Let's check the damage. Do I think Riot would take my opinion into account? No. I'm not their target audience. Again, they've shown... So damage... Lucian just took over the game. They've shown that what they... Again, this rework shows what they wanted to do was literally just update old Pantheon. It's the same playstyle. It's very reminiscent of the old one. So I don't like old Pantheon. But what they made this rework for is Pantheon players. So... What confuses me, though, is usually what they do with reworks is that they take the niche... Because you have to remember, Riot doesn't want niche champions because that doesn't make them much money. Big champions that a lot of people play and want to buy skins for makes them money. So usually what reworks do, and what they've done in the past, is that they take a niche champion and broaden it for the masses to play. Usually. Not all of them have been like that, but they usually try and do that. This is not that. This is just a rework for people that already play Pantheon. So, yeah, pretty much. And again, I was hoping this rework would be like, oh, you can take the Pantheon concept and make him useful, not just useful in the first 5 levels. But that's not what they've done. They've legit just done old Pantheon with a little bit of a new coat of paint, and his abilities are slightly different, but generally do the same. But yeah, that is my kind of first impressions of the champ. I am disappointed. I'm not going to hide that. I'm not going to hype this champion up. He's definitely not overpowered because he's just the same as he used to be. If you snowball in the early game and you can get the enemy bot lane really behind with your ults, that's Pantheon. But this game, we got ahead in the early game. The enemy bot lane got fed, so I couldn't make an impact, and we got outscaled anyway. It's legit just the same as old Pantheon. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, throw a like on it, throw a comment, let me know what you think of him, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.